There are three main habits that I think you need to break in order to become your best self. And if you don't want to become your best self, this video isn't for you. I talk to men, to guys who want to become the best version of themselves spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally, all in all aspects of life, because it comes as a package, right? So there are three things that you need to avoid in order to become the best version of yourself, to stay strong on this path. And we're going to start with the first thing, since I've been making a lot of videos about it recently. The first thing is obviously semen retention. You need to avoid watching those websites, giving into your lower nature desires, masturbation, ejaculation, sleeping around. You have to disconnect from this habit because it's only destroying you. It's not helping you, and especially in the future, and for your goals, for your vision, for who you want to be. I mean, just imagine for a moment, who do you want to be? What does your evolved self look like? What is your transformed self, your future self, the higher version of yourself? What does that look like? Do a visualization practice and think about it. The evolved version of you. I know it's not who you are right now, because we all have room for growth. So some of you guys have been struggling with this habit. And I know I struggled with this habit for a long time. I remember I used to continuously go back to it. I've done things to help me disconnect from that habit. Many techniques, fasting, meditation, prayer, staying busy. You have to switch, you have to spend the energy that you normally spend on that, you have to spend it in other places. You have to switch your attention from temporary immediate gratification, temporary pleasure, to your long-term vision for your life, for your future. Because all you have is, for all you know, one life. I mean, you may think we continuously come back. We're not going to get into that right now. But you're here now, experiencing life in this body, and this is all you have. So the first habit that you must break in order to become the best version of yourself, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, is to disconnect from PMO, porn, masturbation, orgasm, ejaculation, wasting your energy. I've talked about it in so many of my other videos. You can go see all the benefits, the importance of the practice of semen retention. You can see all of that in my other videos. Now we're going to go into number 2. And this is going to be hard for some of you guys, really hard. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be hard. TV and video games. Okay, some of you guys distract yourself immensely with video games. I used to do the same thing. I remember I bought a PlayStation. Well, growing up as a teen, I played a lot of video games. Most of you guys, it's transferred over to your adult life. You still play video games. That's how you spend your time. That's how you distract yourself. And that's exactly what it is, distracting yourself. Like, literally, like, sit with yourself and really ask, do you think that sitting playing video games for hours is contributing to you becoming the best version of yourself? Or do you think it's a distraction that you use to not listen to that voice in your head, God, your conscience, the Holy Spirit, whatever, that's trying to tell you, get on your purpose, get on your goals, get your mind right, get your path straight? That voice is there. It's in all of us. It's telling you what you need to do. But what do? We distract ourselves. So TV and video games, you must really sit with yourself and ask, is this contributing to my future? Do I really need to spend all this time playing video games? I'm telling you, you have a greater purpose within you. You're here to do some great things, to help inspire people, to help change lives, to make a change in the world, in the life of your family, in the life of your future family, in the life of your loved ones, in the life of the people around you. You're here to do something great. I don't know what that is, but that voice inside of you that's trying to tell you get on the right path, that voice knows what it is, but you're not going to be able to listen to it because you're constantly distracting yourself with these things, video games and TV, as we're talking about right now. I know some of you men really deal with this problem. So how do you disconnect? Well, I'll tell you, if you spend hours a day or a week playing on video games, then it's become a habit. It's become an addiction. Your brain gets dopamine from it. You feel good when you play it. You feel good. Listen, let me break this down for you. This is important. Listen closely here. When you play video games, it's false joy, false happiness. because your brain gets attached to an outcome or a result. You're playing a game, you're running around, you're shooting people, you're doing whatever. You win, you get a good score, you feel good. Oh, I did good that match. I did good that match. Guess what? The feeling goes right back down. Guess what you do? You restart, you play another match. Ooh, I did good this match. Dopamine hit. You feel good. Temporary. Goes right away again. Then you go to work, you go take care of your responsibility, whatever. You come back home, you play the game. Ooh, feels good. Every time you do good in a match, it feels good. Isn't this true? I know it is. And guess what? When you get destroyed, you don't feel too good. When you lose, you don't feel too good. So why are you wasting your time with these temporary hits of dopamine? I'm telling you guys. There are more important things to do in life. To get on your purpose. To really start, tapping into your true self. What are you here to do? It's difficult to sit with yourself in silence, to sit with that voice, to sit with a journal and a pen and write and say, man, I feel worthless. I feel like I can't accomplish anything in this world. Or I feel like all the ideas are taken, or I feel guilty. I'm not smart enough. I've been through so much in the past, and my brain doesn't work like yours, and this and this and this. My brain, no. You can develop yourself. You can change. You can really tap into a part of yourself that you don't even know probably exists right now. Why? Because you've been distracting yourself with these temporary hits of dopamine, temporary pleasure, instant gratification. This stuff's easy. See, I'm gonna give you a quote real quick. You can live, if you do the hard things now, your future will be easy. If you do the easy things now, the comfort, the pleasure, your future's gonna be hard because you have a weak mind. But you can develop your mind, you can strengthen your mind, just like you strengthen your muscles, just like you go to the gym. You say, oh, but I work 8 hours a day, Chris. I work 10 hours a day, Chris. I deserve to go home and have some free. All right, then. You're not the person I'm talking to. I'm being blunt here. No, you're not the person I'm talking to. You deserve to have some comfort. You deserve to play your games for a couple hours, few hours a day. Waste your life away, not tap into your purpose. All right. You're not the person I'm talking to. But if you know that this is resonating deep within your soul, you need to sell the game systems, sit with yourself, go through the internal suffering and turmoil, then this is for you. And take note of how you feel. Take note if this is resonating with you. All right? Disconnect from the video games. So number one, we have disconnect from the websites, from PMO. Number two, we have disconnect from TV and video games. What's number three? Number three is disconnect from smoking and drinking. Now, there are many more things you need to disconnect from, many more habits you need to overcome. But these are the three main things we're talking about in this video. PMO, the websites. Number two, TV and video games. Number three, smoking and drinking. You're most likely not feeling good within yourself, and that's why you smoke, and that's why you drink. Now, some of you guys say, oh, I don't smoke, I just drink. Or some of you guys say, oh, I don't drink, I just smoke. Or some of you guys don't do neither. And listen, I'm talking about them stupid, dumb vapes. Stupid. I mean, come on. Why do you need to suck on a freaking piece of plastic with water vapor in it? Get rid of that thing. Are you a slave to a stupid vape? Oh my goodness. Listen, if you're a slave to a vape, it's okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. But you need to look at yourself and say, wow, this is actually pretty freaking stupid. Like, why? Like, throw the damn thing away. And just don't do it. Like, sit with the uncomfortable, addictive cravings for a few days. They'll go away. Get rid of that. Smoking weed. Oh, but it calms my mind. Listen, I would not have been able to write 2 books. I would not have been able to create many, many online programs, long-term programs where I bring people through for, up to 4-figure investments. And afterwards, they're like, thank you so much for letting me go through this program after they done paid me 4 figures to go through it. Because that's how transformational these programs are. I wouldn't have been able to write these books, create these programs, bring this level of transformation into people's lives if I was still smoking. I promise you, I used to be a stoner. Everywhere I go, most of the time, I went to Costa Rica, I went to Mexico. They ask me, like random people on the street ask me, Hey, you need a bag? Because I look like I smoke. I have dreads. I'm like, no, man, I haven't smoked in 5 years. Because I got my mind right. I got discipline. I got focus. All right? You have to, once you disconnect from these things, you become so free. You become so free in yourself, within yourself. You're not a slave no more to those websites. You're not a slave no more to your lower nature desires. You're not a slave no more to the TV, to the video game, to the instant dopamine hits. You're not a slave no more to the smoke and to the drink. Imagine life when you're not a slave to that. You'll have a lot of free time. And some of you guys, it scares you because you have to sit with yourself and sit with your negative thoughts and your negative feelings. And it doesn't feel good, but you have to sit with this the only way through. You have to sit with it. You have to feel the suffering, feel the pain, and overcome it, come through on the other side of freedom and peace. And it's not always that way. You'll still deal with the temptations and stuff, but that's where self-discipline comes in. This, like I said at the beginning of the video, I talk to people who want to become the best version of themselves. If that's not you, then this video is not for you. If that is you, you know what I'm saying is true. Leave a like. Hit the like button right now if you know that's true. You don't have to leave a comment unless you would like to. It'd greatly help the channel. And you could confess yourself in the comments. Nobody's going to know who you are. But you don't have to. You can just leave a like, and I would appreciate that. But I'm coming with a different energy on this video because some of you guys need to hear this. So those are the 3 habits that you have to disconnect from if you want to become the best version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all areas. If you don't, then you can waste your life away. This video is not for you. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it, okay? I know these are the 3 main habits a lot of y'all deal with. So with that being said, that's all for this one. I love you guys. I got a powerful program coming out soon. It's called the 40-Day Mental Detox Challenge. It's not available yet, but it's 40 days to detox your mind, help you discover your purpose. Listen, discover your purpose, design a vision for your future, and develop faith that it's possible. It's a challenge. It's in a workbook. It's in a journal. This whole journal has a challenge. It's a community of, we're all going to get together. I'm working on this. Is something I've been working on. I can't wait. This is going to be my main thing, guys. You're going to want to be a part of this 40-day mental detox. If you want to overcome these things we spoke about in this video, become the best version of yourself, and discover your purpose. All right, we got some noise in the background, so I'm going to go. Much peace and love. I'll see you in the next video.